Okay, we're going to do electrical components, fixed and variable resistors, capacitors and inductors, fuses, switches, and batteries. What electrical component is used to oppose the flow of current in a DC circuit? It's called a resistor. This is the symbol for it, and I like to think of this as a mountain road, switchbacks going up a mountain road. And you can see how that would resist the flow of yourself driving up that road. Also resists the flow of current through the circuit. And if this is the whole thing, if your entire circuit consists of this and a battery, you're going to be generating heat in this resistor. Okay? This is where the work is going to be done. There's going to be heat developed in the resistor. What type of component is often used as an adjustable volume control? It's called a potentiometer. It's a variable resistor. The symbol for it would be something like this. You have a resistor, and you have a tap that can move along that resistor and pick off different resistances as it moves from place to place on the resistor. So it's symbolized this way. It's called a potentiometer, and it's a variable resistor. When you see on a symbol like this where you see an arrow like that, that indicates a variable, or you can change the value of it. What electrical parameter is controlled by a potentiometer? The resistance is the electrical parameter that's controlled by a potentiometer. And if you remember this symbol for the potentiometer, that'll be easy because you'll see that that's a resistor. Any questions there? Okay, this is very similar to a question that we had earlier. What electrical component stores energy in an electric field? A capacitor is the component that does that. And you remember I said you'd have positive charges lined up on one side of it, negative charges lined up on the other side of it, and it would store that electrical charge there. One of the fun things that people used to do to each other in electrical class is to take a capacitor and charge it up and toss it to your buddy and say, here, catch. And it gets to the other side of the room still charged up, and he grabs it and gets a shock. So it stores energy in an electrical field. Okay, what type of electrical component consists of two or more conductive surfaces separated by an insulator? Insulator in here, it can be air, it can be ceramic, it could be mica, it could be glass, it could be vacuum. Okay, and that's a capacitor. The device is called a capacitor. Okay, what type of electrical component stores energy in a magnetic field? That's an inductor. And you remember that an inductor is a coil of wire. It can be represented in a schematic diagram either as a lumpy thing like this or as a more coily thing like this, which is the way I tend to do it. Okay, what electrical component is usually composed of a coil of wire? Again, it's called an inductor. An inductor. What electrical component is used to connect or disconnect electrical circuits? It's called a switch. There are a lot of different flavors of switches. I've shown you 4 of them here. This one is called a single pole single throw, and this is your current flows through here. When that's away from this contact, no current flows. When it's touching this contact, current flows through it. Okay, so this is just basically an on and off switch here. It's called single pole, single throw, or SPST. Okay, this is a single pole double throw switch. It's still just a single circuit, but now I can switch my current from here to here. Okay, so it's called double throw because I can switch the current from one circuit to another circuit. Okay, this is called a double pole single throw. Here you have 2 circuits, so it's double pole or 2 poles. Okay, and it's single throw. It's either off or on. Okay, here's a double pole double throw, and here again it's 2 circuits. The 2 switches move together. That's why you have the dotted line there between them. And I can switch it either from this circuit to this circuit or to this circuit. Same thing down here. If it's on this circuit here, it's going to be on this circuit here. Or if it's on this circuit here, it's going to be on this circuit here. Okay? So 4 different flavors of switches. There are actually many different flavors of switches, but these are 4 basic ones. And you're going to have a question later where they ask you about this one. Okay? What electrical component is used to protect other circuit components from current overloads? It's called a fuse, and what it does, if too much current goes through it, it just melts, breaks the circuit, and current stops flowing. You've all blown a fuse at some point or other. I mean in an electrical circuit, not in dealing with people. Okay, so although you may have done that too, but the fuse melts and prevents the overload from damaging other circuits. What's the nominal voltage of a fully charged nickel-cadmium cell? Nickel-cadmium is a rechargeable type of cell. The nominal voltage when it's fully charged is 1.2 volts. So this is just a know it and remember it thing. Okay, which type of battery is not rechargeable? Carbon zinc, of the ones they offer you, carbon zinc is not rechargeable. I've shown you the distractors on this one. The distractors are nickel-cadmium, which is a rechargeable type. Most of your power tools, rechargeable power tools or cordless power tools, use a nickel-cadmium battery. Okay, another distractor is a lead-acid battery, also a rechargeable type. This is the kind of battery that's in your car. And the lithium-ion battery, also rechargeable. This is the kind of battery that's in your cell phone or your camera. Okay, so the one that is not rechargeable is the carbon zinc, which is the old-style flashlight battery. They call them heavy-duty batteries now, but they're not heavy-duty at all.